Is Fortifications a gimmick? With every Battlefield game these days, there's always one feature of the game clearly made for marketing or for the only in Battlefield moments, with the most notable being Levolution in Battlefield 4 and Behemoths in Battlefield 1. And the problem these things had was that these features negatively impacted the game. Levolution changed the entire flow of the map in the worst case scenario, and the Behemoths in Battlefield 1 were essentially just giant annoying symbols of a doomed team, never fulfilling their job. Battlefield 5 seems to not have these features or any marketing gimmicks to the same extreme, which I could finally say that I am thankful for, as previously such things were nothing more than an annoyance. However, there is one thing in Battlefield 5 that people are calling a gimmick, and that is a new fortification system. Personally, I would call the new score streaks, squad reinforcements, a gimmick before I call fortifications a gimmick. For me personally, I don't think fortifications is that bad, and not even worthy of being called a gimmick due to how little of an impact they might have, and when they do come into play, it's nothing but positive, as I'm sure no one is angry about the ability to add more cover into the game. Every player in Battlefield 5 has the ability to build fortifications, with the support class being able to do so at a much faster rate. Also, every support player has the ability to repair vehicles if you press the T button, which I think is an awesome thing to do since the repair tool no longer takes up a gadget slot. Fortifications in my eyes is something that is just there and rather harmless. You don't have to do it, and it isn't needed in most cases. Fortifications doesn't detract from the gameplay experience, nor does it add anything really game-changing. Fortifications, at least on the Narvik map, never changed how the flow of the map plays out, and it just made it easier to defend since you can block certain lines of sight to benefit those defending or capturing a flag. Obviously, Fortifications is much more useful in game modes and maps where things are a lot more linear with a clear front line. In game modes like Conquest, where the enemy can attack from any direction, it lessens the impact of fortifications. However, I would like the ability to edit fortifications or remove them with the toolbox. One of the more annoying aspects about the fortification system is when you block out windows. Once you fortify a window, you cannot use your melee or shoot it out with your weapon, as far as I'm aware. The only way to do so is to use explosives, which is not very ideal as it would level one side of the building, which you don't want. If DICE gave us the ability to remove fortifications cleanly with a toolbox, I think this would be a much welcome addition. Fortifications is also something the player can do when capturing objectives in the beginning of the round or when you're away from the action. If you didn't notice, you can actually earn points as you build fortifications, so if you want to maximize the amount of XP you can earn, building fortifications can always help to keep your XP grind always on the run. Of course, with only one map, we can't get a real good look at how fortifications will play out in the entire game, but personally I do not think it is a gimmick just due to how little of an impact the system actually has in the course of a map, and unlike previous gimmicks, it does not take anything away from your experience. If anything, it just adds to it. Obviously, the system isn't perfect, but I think this is a nice change. It's always nice to reverse the negative impact of destruction in Battlefield. With that being said, I know this video is a little lacking, but I just needed something to upload. With this topic just springing into my mind at the last moment, I just decided to go with it. If you enjoyed nonetheless and want to share your opinions about Battlefield Fortnite, let me know by leaving a comment down below. And as always, it's been BloodHound, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.